Hello, good afternoon, everyone, teacher. In this video, I will introduce you to the continent of Oceania. Speaking English, as it is one of the most important languages in the whole of Oceania. It is the smallest and one of the least inhabited countries of what is not without fascinating facts. The term Oceania is still a matter of debate, while in speaking Spanish countries is used to refer a continent consisting of Australia and the North Pacific Islands. In English-speaking countries, Australia is taken as a single continent, and Oceania as a region that includes Australia as a continent and the Pacific Island. Oceania's climate is normally warm and rainy, as the most of the continent is contained between the tropics and the equator. The temperature of its intertropical waters favors coral formation. That's pretty cool. The continent is estimated to have a population of approximately uh, around 306 million of people concentrated in cities along the southern heady coast, such as Melbourne, Adelaide, Wellington, and Sydney. The earliest inhabitants we have from Asia are the so-called Aborigines, whose descendants still retain most of their ancestral culture, including their languages. In Papua New Guinea, just alone, there are more than 860 different languages. Just imagine the amount of languages that they have. Paradoxically, Oceania, despite its small population and its smaller size than other countries, is one of the continents with the largest number of languages, as I told you, with more than 200 languages. 2,000 actually. The history of the region is mainly based on the history of Australia and of the Pacific Islands. The region was first surveyed by European travelers in the 16th century. It is also based on the history of the three subregions of Polynesia, Melanesia, and Micronesia. Portuguese navigators made landfall in Moluccas, Timor, Tanimbar Island, and parts of Caroline Island, and Papua New Guinea between 1512 and 1525. Spanish expeditionaries revealed the Pitcairn and Vanuatu archipelagos in the 17th century. A colony of one was reigned by them in 1668 and used to upon a polka for ships bound for the west. Ubication. The term Oceania is often used to refer to the continent that consists of Australia and the surrounding islands, or as an equivalent of Australian or Pacific ecozone, as I told you. It is basically located in the southeast of the Asia-Pacific region. You can see it on the screen. As an ecozone, it includes Micronesia, Polynesia, and Fiji, but excludes New Zealand. New Zealand, together with other islands, make up the Australian ecozone. Oceania is the smallest continent, about 9 million kilometers, of which more than 6.6 million kilometers belong to Australia, so Australia is very important. However, this is the extent of the emerged lands, but they are spread over much largest area. Almost the entire Pacific and its 179.7 million kilometers due to the heavily island nature of the continent, and the borderlines. The borderlines of Oceania are fuzzy. It is generally defined as all the lands between Asia and the Indian Ocean. To the east and the Americas to the west, totaling more than 25,000 islands. Just imagine. To the south, it was bordered by the Arctic Ocean, and to the north by the North Pacific itself, Asia, and of course America. However, most of the islands lie in the south of the Tropic of Cancer region. There are five There are five main regions in Oceania: Australia, New Zealand, Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. Australia includes most of the emerged lands of Oceania. It is bounded by the Timor Sea, the Fourth Sea, and the Torres Strait to the north, the Correlation and the Tasman Sea to the east, the Bass Strait and the Indian Ocean to the south, and the Indian Ocean to the west. Australia includes most of the emerged lands of Oceania. It is bounded on the north by the Timor Sea, the Rafah Sea, and the Torres Strait, as I told you, and the most important on the west by the Coral Sea and the Tasman Sea. On the south by the Bass Strait and the Indian Ocean, and on the west by the Indian Ocean. It is considered, this is very important, it is considered the mainland core of the territory rather than a mere island. New Zealand, located southeast of Australia, consists of two main islands. They are the largest island on the mainland. Melanesia comprises the island in the western Pacific Ocean, south of the equator. New Guinea, the Admiralty Islands, the Bismarck and Louisiana archipelagos, the Solomon Islands, New Caledonia, Vanuatu, Fiji, and Norfolk. It comprises more than 2,000 islands, including the Northern Marianas, Palapoo, Marshall Islands, Kiribati, Nauru, Guam, and the Federated States of Micronesia. Most are small atolls. Polynesia comprises a large triangle of islands in the central and southern Pacific Ocean with the Hawaiian Islands, New Zealand and Hester Island, and the apex. The main Polynesian islands are Geovanni, Tuvalu, the Union Islands, Tonga, Wallis and Futuna, the Marquesas, the Cook Islands, French Polynesia, Pitcairn and Niue. Oceania is the name of the region of island groups within the Central and South Pacific Ocean. It covers more than 8.5 million square kilometers. Some of the countries contained in Oceania are Australia, New Zealand, Tuvalu, Vanuatu, Fiji, Palau, Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, Kiribati, Nauru, Samoa, Tonga, Papua New Guinea, and the Solomon Islands. Oceania also contains several dependencies and territories, such as American Samoa, Johnson Atoll, and French Polynesia. Oceania is geographically divided by 14 independent nations, 14 dependent countries, and 5 territories that are part of other non-oceanic areas. You can see it on the screen. They are the 14 capitals of Oceania by country. Some of the islands of Oceania belong to other countries, such as the USA, Chile, France, and the UK territories of Oceania. You can see on the screen. And this is my reference. Thank you, everyone. My name is Geovanni from the University of the State of Hidalgo. And thank you, teacher. Goodbye.